Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Iran, and the UAE collide in a long Middle East GDP race driven by oil, conflict, and policy pivots. In 1972, Saudi Arabia edged Egypt by a narrow margin. By 2022, Saudi Arabia was above $239 trillion, while the UAE passed Egypt. This race has been shaped as much by geopolitics as by oil. In 1972, Saudi Arabia slips past Egypt for third place while Turkey stays first, and regional shocks keep the order fragile even in early growth years. The order changes on the chart. Not a dramatic moment by any means, but the data reflects a meaningful shift in their relative positions. By 1981, the UAE overtakes Kuwait as the Gulf Cooperation Council forms, reinforcing a bloc strategy that would shape regional capital concentration. A quiet overtake takes place. The gap separating these two was narrow to begin with, and now the positions have reversed completely in the standings. Stay through the 2000s and 2010s, because sanctions and reform swings there decide who controls the final podium. A small shift in the rankings unfolds before us. Israel competitor moves ahead while Saudi Arabia falls back, though the gap between them remains relatively narrow. The standings shift in a minor but noticeable way. A small change perhaps, but every movement on this chart matters in the larger competitive picture. In 1991, Turkey jumps above Iraq during wartime disruption, proving how quickly conflict can erase economic standing regardless of prior rank. quiet milestone appears. The data reflects steady growth, the kind of consistent progress that builds over time into something larger. By 2002, Iran moves back above Iraq as axis of evil tensions rise, and the top five tighten around Turkey and Saudi Arabia. Most people call this an oil story only, but this chart suggests diplomacy and institutional stability matter just as much. One hits a major milestone in the data. The trajectory is clear now, and this achievement validates the trend we've been observing. In 2012, Egypt overtakes Israel, showing how political rupture and sanctions pressures keep reshuffling middle-tier positions under the regional giants. A notable achievement unfolds. The data reflects meaningful growth, the kind of progress that changes how we understand this competitor's position. By 2022, the UAE passes Egypt while Saudi Arabia widens at the top, and renewed diplomacy starts redrawing the strategic map again. A significant milestone emerges on the chart. The numbers tell a story of real progress, marking a substantial achievement in the competitive landscape.
Saudi Arabia remains enormous, but Turkey ends first and the UAE keeps climbing. This race shows that resource wealth opens the game, yet policy and resilience decide the final order. What changes the next cycle?